Okay, I have 7:30. Is everyone back on board? We're going to reconvene. Good evening. Welcome to the Cortez City Council regular meeting. Today is Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. It's 7:30 p.m. And this meeting is being conducted virtual contact through Zoom. I'll call this meeting to order and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Could you please stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance right now? Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first item is the consent agenda. The listing under consent agenda is a group of items to be acted on with a single motion and vote. This agenda is designed to expedite the handling of limited routine matters by City Council. The mayor will ask if a citizen or council member wishes to have a specific item removed from the consent agenda for discussion. Either the public or a council member may request that an item be removed from the consent agenda at this time prior to the council's vote. First item is the approval of the work session and regular meetings for November 10th, 2020, and the approval of the expenditure vouchers for November 24th, 2020. Do I hear a motion on this consent
Make a
agenda?
motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Any discussion or questions? Okay, can we have a vote, please?
Huckend,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. There are no presentation, no public hearings. Next is the unfinished business. The first item is the resolution number 17, series 2020. Library Director Alicia Gomori-Lusker, please.
Buddy. So yes, we're just changing a few of the prices around. So overdue items would be 25 cents a day, with the exception of we would like to go fine free for 0 to 18. And again, that is just to reduce barriers to access, especially for kids. That doesn't include lost and damaged items. That will always be the cost of the item. Replacement card, we'd like to place at $1. Out-of-state cards, we do charge a $20 fee, but it's refundable. So I just noted that on the fee sheet. And then we just changed the price a little bit on some of the copies, 10 cents a copy for black and white. We would like to offer first 10 free per card holder. I think it's just a generous gesture for patrons that come in. Color copies would be 25 cents. Earbuds, we just have some cheap ones we get from Amazon, and we can provide those to patrons for $1. And the same with flash drives. Basically, that price just covers the cost of what we type that we order from Amazon. You guys have any questions?
I have no questions. It sounds reasonable to me. Council?
I guess I think the last time I printed something at the library, it was 25 cents. So cutting this by more than half, is that sustainable?
We really should have never been charging 25 cents. I don't know why that ever was. Most of the print places in town charge 10 cents. To me, 25 cents was really excessive.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
my apologies that you didn't come in since I've been there. So
I know.
and if you have a card, you'll get your first 10 for free.
Excellent. Yeah, and I think last time or in the past, it's been only the first 5 pages for free, right?
Yeah, and I just,
Yeah,
again, I
that's
just think
great.
it's a nice gesture for patrons. Helps get folks in the building, and it also encourages people to get a library card.
Yes.
Good.
Great job on these numbers. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, any more questions or comments, council? Could I have a motion on this, please?
So moved.
Could I have a motion on this?
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to approve resolution number 17, series 2020, setting the fees and charges for the Cortez Public Library by the city of Cortez, Colorado.
Second.
Are there any other comments or questions? Okay, could we have a vote, please?
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye, thank you. Next item is new business. First one is resolution number 27, series 2020, grants and special projects. Chris Burkett, please.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. It's that time of year again. We received the openings for the possibility of applying for History Colorado grants. It helps us with developing a plan for identifying what properties are historical within the original Cortez town site. It is going to be, it's due by the middle of January, but by going in early, that allows us to get everything done and we don't have to rush through things right after the first of the year when things can get very busy. We have received so far 8 CLG grants from History Colorado in the amount of about $132,000. This grant that we would be applying for is $19,000 approximately. There are no matching costs to the city of Cortez. All the monies are provided by History Colorado. The only expenses are some staff time in administering the grant and making sure everything is turned in on time and meeting all the grant requirements of administration and posting of results. At this time, one of the things that is required is that a resolution be passed. That way, History Colorado is absolutely certain when they award a grant that the governing body is aware of and has approved the entity to apply. That way, there's no surprise coming back going, oh, we didn't know anything about that. So that's the main reason we go through the process of getting a resolution passed. I'd be happy to answer any questions if you like. Otherwise, I'll try and make this short and sweet.
I
Thank
have
you.
a question for Mike quick. Mike Green, can I participate in this vote if my house is part of their study? If some of this grant money would be going towards, you know, my house, I guess.
It'd probably be better if you recused yourself.
Okay, I'll recuse myself. Do I need to like leave the room?
If that's possible, yes.
Great. I got dinner to finish.
Chris, I have a question. And this is going to be properties between 2nd and 3rd Street only?
That is correct.
Okay.
The maximum amount of the grants are up to $20,000. And so it's taken us time to move through the process of the entire old town site for the city of Cortez. We're getting right to the end of the original town site. We'll probably have one more grant opportunity with them for that. And then we'll be looking at doing a general survey of what's left of the entire community of Cortez. And that will be done differently, so the cost will be a lot less. And that would be through a different entity.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
looks like one more of these, but that's correct. It's just a short section.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question for you, Chris.
Yes, Willie.
I thought we couldn't apply for grants. Can we still, John might help on this and Mike Green. I thought we can apply for grants still, or everything was done with our paperwork.
The History Colorado is different. We cannot apply through DOLA. History Colorado grants are still available to us, as are Great Outdoor Colorado grants.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure I got straight on that one.
You're very
And
welcome.
I think it's the reason because how they're structured, Orly. These are, and Chris, you can correct me if I'm wrong, they're more reimbursement grants. You got to spend the money, so there's no question
That
about
is
all
correct.
things.
They're strictly reimbursement, and because they're different, they're part of the state of Colorado, but they're not part of the state of Colorado. And that's part of the reason we're allowed to continue to get these grants.
Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
John, I think you're muted.
John, did you have a question?
I just had a comment. The other thing is, as Chris said, since they're reimbursements, that's why they're not requiring audits. So that's why they're not being slowed down by the audits, and DOLA is.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Clarification. Okay. Any other questions, comments?
No, Mr.
Robert?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve resolution number 27, series 2020, supporting a grant application for $19,000 to History Colorado for a historic property survey of the properties between 2nd and 3rd Streets within the original town site of the city of Cortez.
I'll second.
Any other questions or comments? Can I have a vote, please?
Yazzie,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item is,
You want to bring Rachel back?
okay, yeah. Rachel, are you back?
There she is.
Okay. All present and accounted for. Okay. The next item is a fixed space operator lease and operations agreement. City Attorney Mike Green.
After the last meeting and the process that went before it, we prepared this contract. It looks a little different than before. I went out and found that there's a model for fixed space operation contracts. They're more like a land lease, or let's just say an apartment lease. And then you have attachments to them because things vary. And as you can see, are much more complicated than the lease itself. So you attach them as exhibits, is why we did that. They're continuing the system that we've had about compliance. There's penalties for failure to comply. The still recommends the 5-year renewal, 5-year look at review process, and then go to the rest of the 20 years for, I think, the 25-year lease. Staff has looked at this and recommends approval. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer.
Mike, I just had a quick question. Can I vote on this even though I wasn't in the earlier process stuff?
I think you can look at this lease and approve it or not based on the lease itself.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have.
And sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't have any amendments that I have to recommend, but I know that they did put up a website and that they need to improve their search engine optimization because it doesn't even show up on the first page or second page when you search.
Well, I think that's in the contract that they put it in and developed it. At least it was, as I recall, placed, and there was, let me see if I can find the page.
I know that they have to build the website, but it doesn't say anything about SEO. So I'm just saying, kind of like, if they watch this video or if you talk with them again, that's a recommendation that I have, that they should have, make sure that they have SEO.
And
what was
there is a representative from Cortez Flying Service here. So anything we say, I'm sure can be enacted. Hi, Aaron.
Can we back up just a minute? What is it you're recommending that they?
Just make sure they have search engine optimization so that when somebody Googles Cortez Airport Flying Service, that it pops up on the very first page. Because if they don't see that, they're never going to go to your website and they're never going to take advantage of your services.
If I might comment on that, this is Greg Tripp. That is part of our plan, and the consultant that we use to help build our website, that is a reserve resource to us. Our optimization notes that if you mention a keyword in there 3 times, whether it's in a title, subtitle, a text of your write-up or whatever, as long as it's in there a minimum of 3 times, then you start climbing up in the Google search ladder. So our intent is to optimize hits on that. And it's interesting that, you all probably kind of look at it from, hey, we want this to be impactful and we want to, have ability to penalize you if not, but we're in business to be in business and we want to make sure that we're getting maximum hits anyway. So we've got the same incentive to optimize that. If we're putting the effort into it, we're going to definitely be optimizing it as we're doing it. So that's a great point and we're on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So a follow-up on the quarterly inspections. It just says they shall be performed by Cortez. Does that mean the airport manager or?
Well, it's going to be the airport manager or the city manager's designee. It might be somebody from the building department. It might be someone from city staff to go down and check and see, are things in good repair? Are they clean? What needs to happen?
And if they're monthly penalties and they're only getting checked on quarterly, what's the tactic there?
The penalties, the way I look at this, and I could be corrected, would start the date we find the problem and then would go until it was fixed.
Thank you. For those Cortez Flying Service folks on there, Greg and Aaron, what's the progress that you have had with Kelly with the Mesa Verde tourism?
I've had one introductory meeting with Kelly and Karen Sheik. So we had talked just a little bit about kind of what we can do to further promote possibly tour packages, services we could provide in addition to possible local restaurants, motels, to see what we could come up with there. But like I said, we've just had one preliminary meeting and that's all we've done so far.
And please note that meeting just occurred because it took them almost a month to get it locked down with Mesa Verde country. We initiated that about 5 or 6 weeks ago, but I think we got a good rapport started with them now, so we'll be working forward with it.
Okay. Do you have another meeting on the books?
We don't yet. We're supposed to both Kelly and ourselves kind of gather some information and then kind of get back together and see what we can do. I would like to note that we also had joined the Chamber of Commerce a while before the proposal even came about. And Kelly had told me that they're in the middle of a transition period because we also haven't heard anything from the Chamber of Commerce for 2 and some months now also.
So we'll continue taking the initiative on these meetings and hopefully the reciprocation will ramp up with the other parties also.
Great. Does it seem exciting to work with the restaurants and get some tour packages going, or does it seem daunting? What kind of spirit do you have behind it?
It's actually a lot of fun.
Nice.
Being local, and it's interesting because we're all born and raised here, but there's a lot of new faces that have come in and developed business and that kind of thing. So it's fun getting to know the new people and the new crowd. And Of course, a lot of them we frequent anyway, just as a patron. So it's an opportunity to expand conversations, like going into a restaurant where you normally go, and then, hey, by the way, we're doing this, and break that topic open. And so it's a whole new level of, I think, energy and enthusiasm for us personally, but also as a company. So
That's great news.
I guess another another aside from the contract itself, but I would love if we could continue conversation, if we could have like CFS come twice a year. I personally would like that conversation to continue. I don't know how other council members feel about that.
I think
To
that would be a
do-
good idea.
Yeah,
Also,
to come and present and see how things are going.
we would enjoy that, and we'd actually like it to have you all down. You know, you say quarterly inspections, but we're going to be doing some things that we'd like to show off a little bit too. So we'll probably send out invitations. We even thought of one thing that might be kind of handy is to get a couple representatives from city council to form kind of a think tank with us, because there's things we want to do that we want to involve Chamber of Commerce, Mesa Verde Country, but it would be nice to have real-time feedback from you all and the ability for you to know exactly what we're trying to do, so you can maybe help clear the road for us a little bit here and there too. So, you know, I think it would be a real proactive thing for us to include you in a team where we can meet periodically and just say, okay, clean slate, what are we going to do? We've got a lot to work with. What's real, what's not, and what can we do with what we're getting ready to do. And just as a side note, one of the things we're doing is we've got a local artist that is also an interior designer that's going to do a gratis walkthrough on the hangar and the offices here next week, and give us, kind of a proposed phased approach to facelifting the facilities and just kind of get some ideas on how we do that. And they may not be the only ideas we collect, but we're trying to get started and get some things on our dream sheet that we can be sharing with you, so you guys can kind of catch the vibe that we're trying to work with here and help us move forward with it. So I think it's going to be fun as we get more traction, and we want to have fun. We're kind of on the fourth lap of our careers, and we want to bring in some younger talent and make that transition to the sustainability of the company, the people that need to come in and keep it rolling. But at the same time, we want to have fun with this lap of everything too, so anyway.
That's great. I think last time we spoke, you didn't really have a plan for any capital improvements, and now we have that opportunity with the interior designer for a little facelift. I think I also see some papers mocked out for some main hangar improvements. What's going on there?
You cut out a little bit as you were saying that about the main hangar. What was that?
I didn't.
Oh yeah, I was. I don't know when I got cut off. I was just saying, great job on the capital improvement to-do list, and I was also noticing that there's a plan to do some improvements on the main hangar. What's going on there?
That's kind of included in that walkthrough. That we present ourselves, and we really like the idea of having kind of I'm getting an echo from somewhere. And so
David, go ahead and mute your. David, go ahead and mute. Thank you.
That's what it was. Okay. We presented as having a Route 66 flavor, but we don't want to have an old dumpy Route 66 flavor. We want to have a refreshed, bright, cheerful Route 66 feel, something that's upbeat, exciting, it's unique, it's a draw. And that's what we're kind of looking at as the first round is, can we do that with what we have to work with, and also kind of tie into the theme of the overall airport facilities too. So we're going to be brainstorming on our end. If we get some stuff that looks like it's pretty good, we'll definitely want to show it off to you. So when we get to that point, hopefully very soon, we'll start painting that picture a little bit, and then of course we'll want to do it logical business approach, where if it's a pretty big chunk to bite off, we'll want to phase it. We'll want to make sure that everything stays viable as we roll, and we don't feed you any unreal expectations or anything, but we sure want to keep you in the loop with us as we go.
This question is for Mike Green. Will we be getting to see the business plan that gets developed by March 31st?
Yes, that's one of the things. We'll be passing all this on, and then you will get to see what needs to see. I'm anticipating there's going to be some requests of the city as some time goes on. This building is old. This building is going to need some repairs. It's not clear that this building is going to be replaced in the near future, or that the FBO is going to move. It's not mandatory right now. That could change from the FAA, but we don't know. So there may be some requests for some maintenance on our part, and we'll just have to deal with that when they come up, along with theirs. So that's why there's the 5-year review also, is to make sure what's going to happen with the FBO. Is it going to get moved? Is it going to stay? The longer it's there, the higher level of commitment by both parties to the building.
Well, I want to say, first off, that I'm encouraged. I was a part of the original team that looked at the airport, and we have high expectations, and I think we're headed in the right direction.
Thanks, David.
I see some really good foresight and vision in this plan too. I'm very encouraged way it's looking. Any other questions or comments from the council?
This probably is a moot point, but there was a date typo under the fuel incentive program. Under penalties are set forth, and it said vendor program to be in place, and they just said 2020, and it's moot because we actually have already gotten that incentive program done. We're in place now.
Okay. Thank you, Greg.
And I'll get that changed for the final for everybody to sign.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Okay, any more questions or comments? Okay. Could
I want to make one more comment.
Go ahead, Greg.
Wanted to again thank you all for giving us a vote of confidence. We're real excited to be able to show you what we can do now, and look forward to working closely with you and making you proud of the decision you made on behalf of Cortez Flying Service.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate that. Okay, if there's no more comments, could I hear a motion on this item?
Mayor, I'll make a motion that I move that we, hold on, sorry, I lost my page.
Approve the fixed base contract and authorize the mayor to sign.
Thank you.
Got it.
Do I need to repeat that?
Would you please, Rachel? Thank you.
Okay, I move that we approve the fixed base operator lease and operations agreement with Cortez Flying Service.
Second.
Lucero,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is cancel December 22nd, 2020 council meeting. City Clerk Linda Smith.
Yes, good evening, council. As when you ran for city council, we had spoke about the one time a year we cancel a council meeting, and this is the date due to the holidays. I know you guys have a lot of things going on between now and the end of the year with the CARES money and other things that you guys have on your plate. So I'm not real sure if that's still something you guys want to do, but I did write the memo as we always do to cancel the meeting, and I guess it's your decision if you guys want to do that or not.
I feel like, well, John, do we have a lot of stuff that we we need to take care of before the end of the year? Would it be good to meet twice in December still?
For staff, it's never planned for council to be meeting twice in December.
It's not.
What if could we change it to a different Tuesday?
That's, I mean, you could have a workshop on another Tuesday, but your meetings are set by city charter on when your
Charter.
council meetings are held. If you guys want to have a workshop, you could do that, but your meetings are pretty set. I mean, if you want to have a special meeting, you could have one, but a regular council meeting are the second and fourth Tuesdays.
And we wouldn't get paid then?
Yes,
Or like-
the council is always paid for this meeting because it's canceled due to the holidays. And it's something we put out there. Council's always paid for this meeting. Always.
What unfinished business is on your mind,
Well, I
Arlena?
was just thinking of your CARES thing, me, but
Okay.
I'm not sure about you guys. Sounds like we could clean this up though.
I just worry about this, like, I don't know if this is the right metaphor, but like this is like an accordion that happens whenever whenever we miss a meeting and we have to like crunch everything into the next meeting, and then we still aren't caught up. And that's kind of what it felt like when we came in, when there wasn't those meetings beforehand, and especially when we missed that meeting a couple months ago. So I know that this is typical, but I also feel like there's a lot of stuff that we've got going on. Like, typical that this meeting doesn't happen. The second meeting doesn't happen in December. But I also feel like there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's kind of our duty if we should have that second meeting.
Usually, what I see is usually staff has everything organized for that first meeting that needs to be taken care of by the end of the year. So I haven't, through all my years, I never seen a problem with it.
Linda?
Yes, we will have everything we can on the December 8th. And right now, I don't have barely anything for the meeting because you've already taken care of all the budget decisions. So usually that's our budget night, and you guys have already done that. So I think we have 2 small items that are scheduled for the 8th. And that's all I have right now.
Okay, you basically answered my question. Thank you, Linda.
So, sorry, one quick question. Are we not going to have our retreat until next year then?
I don't know of a retreat being scheduled.
Not for this year.
Can we schedule, whether it be this year or next year, can we schedule that, like, make that a priority? And it can be over Zoom, and can we have a facilitator? I feel like we almost need someone to help guide us through it. I don't know, how do they usually go?
There's always a facilitator, but it'll be interesting doing it on Zoom. We'll put it that way.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail us, but I'm going to keep pushing for that because I think it's important for us. And I know that we're not introducing any new business right now. So, yeah, I guess if we can make it happen for the first meeting in December, then I'm fine with canceling the second, as long as we're not, neglecting anything that needs to get taken care of.
Sounds like we have it under control. Okay, any more comments or questions?
I just think this has been thought out, Arlena, and done in the past. And I don't know of anything right now that can't wait, that we can't take care of in our last meeting, our December 22nd meeting. I mean, our first Tuesday in December meeting. So that's just my take on it.
Okay, any more comments or questions? Can I have a motion on this item?
I make a
Mr.
motion canceling the December 22nd, 2020 council meeting due to the holidays.
I'll
Second.
Rainey,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. The last item on the agenda is the CARES Funding Relief Program. City Manager John Doherty.
Thank you, Mayor. To recap what I heard in the work session, three options were presented to council to continue to spend the money on local businesses, and the request from staff or myself was for council to consider eliminating the cap so that we could distribute as much money as possible. Another option presented was to use some of this money for ballistic helmets and shields for the police department. And the third option was to give whatever money was remaining to the school district. In the work session, what I heard was that the council would like us to continue to use as much of this money as possible to distribute to local businesses, and to bring back on December 8th, if there was going to be any money left, for further discussion on how to spend it on the other two options. So if council is agreeable, the request is to make a motion to approve spending everything we have left of the CARES money for local businesses, and if you are so inclined, to remove the cap so that we can distribute as much money as possible to the local businesses.
Is this two different motions, technically?
Arlena, if you want, you can make it one motion, including each of those items, or you can do them separate, whichever works for the person making it.
I'll let somebody else do it because I'll just fumble through.
I'll make it. Council, I'd like to make a motion to distribute the remaining CARES funding to local businesses, and for the second round of applications to remove the $5,000 cap.
Second.
1 second. So to be clear, equal fairness to all applicants, cap lifted, correct?
Yeah, so when we put out the original thing, businesses could reapply for the second time, or we could also reopen if they had, for instance, if they had shown that they had losses greater than what we were able to grant with the first thing, we could reopen that, the already existing application.
So if the small businesses applied in the first round, the first deadline, then they can again now apply for the second round.
Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification.
I just had one question. We're not going to try to save some money for, just pull some money back up for the shields there, the helmets and the shields for our employees.
No,
That
with
that
my
was not
motion,
included in the motion.
it was, we're going to spend it all here, and then in the work session, the city manager had discussed a reappropriation early in the year that would cover some of those other police expenses.
That sound correct, John?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Okay, any other comments or questions?
We're ready for a vote then. Okay, Huckins,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. See, there are no draft resolutions or ordinances. There are no other items of business. Citizen participation. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to participate?
We do not have an audience.
In that case, unusual. Okay. Thank you. City attorney's report, there are none. City manager's report, none.
Mayor?
Yes.
Mayor,
Yes, go ahead.
I'm so disappointed I don't have an audience. However, I'm going to throw the gauntlet down that 2016's audit will be done before the end of the year.
Good.
The numbers are all done. We're just writing up whatever we need to write up that goes with it. So I'm very confident this will be out of the city's hands by the end of this year. And I want an audience to hear that. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you for all the hard work you've put into that, you and Ben and the auditors.
Okay. City council committee reports. Any?
I'll speak. The report from the Mesa Verde Tourism Board meeting the other day. It was a hybrid meeting, Zoom, and there was a few folks there in person. Kelly led it with some kind of going back over, talking about whether we thought it was a good idea for her to come to the council meetings more periodically, so like quarterly instead of just once a year. Said it was a good idea to kind of just keep her actions in the community in the forefront of our minds. Knowing that tourism, we have a lot of great activities like mountain biking and, historical sites to see. And it's nice to just be reminded of what a beautiful place we live in. A really cool situation, a cool deal that they have now extended through December 31st. They're working with the local hotels to promote, if people stay 2 days, if they bring a receipt of proof of their lodging in Cortez to the front desk at the Welcome Center, they then get a $50 Cortez cash card to then take that $50 and spend within our community, be it at restaurants or, small businesses here. So I don't know if anybody has any family members coming in for the holidays, such as things are right now, but there's a little bit of incentive for them to, stay safe and lodge locally and spend some moolah in our businesses. So I just thought that was really cool. I highly recommend everybody visit the website. It's really cool, beautiful. They have that video that we got to watch. There's just stunning photography. And of course, more hits on Google makes it pop up more. Other than that, that was it.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
Any other committee reports? Okay.
David, are you talking? You're muted.
Thank you, Arlena. Nothing to report.
Okay, thank you.
Surprisingly, I don't have a committee report, but I do have PSA that if the COVID testing clinics are still happening, the drive-through clinic over at the hospital, I know that the public health department will be doing some free testing again here soon. So I'll share that to John, and maybe he can share that out through the city or to the other John to share out through the city website. And I just wanted to say that if you're celebrating Thanksgiving this week, that I hope all of y'all have a good holiday. And if not, I hope you have good time off. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Any other committee reports?
No, the only quick thing I had is that the CARES funding committee is going to be meeting on Monday to distribute for the first application period. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any other committee reports? See, I'll read the mayor's report on the workshop. We had discussion on paying city employees should the city shut down again. Also a discussion on setting up a committee to review the homeless situation. An update on truck traffic on Main Street. Discussion on the CARES funding for businesses in Cortez. And then we had a review of the community nonprofit grant requests. And that pretty much covers the business of the workshop. I wanted to make an announcement, that on tomorrow, that the county is offering a program where the different municipalities in the county give updates on the COVID situation in our area. And I'm going to give a short discussion on how the city is dealing with the COVID response. That's going to be tomorrow at 3 o'clock on a Zoom meeting. So I have a sheet of different items that we're going to discuss tomorrow. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that for tomorrow. So any other questions or comments, council?
Mr. Mayor, is that a public forum or all invited, or will that be projected anywhere on the internet?
It'll be on the website for the county. Yeah. So
Do we have to, will we have to post it if 3 of us attend?
Say again?
Linda? Will it need to be posted if 3 of us attend?
We can do that. Mike, is it a forum that they'll be talking in, or are they just going to be watching? I'm happy to post it if you'll just give me information on it. I don't know the date and time. Mike, do I need to do that?
The green, yeah. Why don't we just post it and be safe?
Okay.
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I have a suggestion, and I could read that right now.
Okay, please.
And
And then I'll post the doors.
to do that. It's not too long. I requested to keep it between 3 and 5 minutes. So, and we're running pretty good time tonight anyway. Okay, the City of Cortez COVID update 11/24/2020. Starting on Monday, November 30th and running through January 4th, 2021, Cortez City Hall will be closed to the public. The city hopes that these efforts will reduce close contact between people and will help reduce community transmission of the virus as infections rates rise in our area. Employees who can work their job functions are encouraged to work remotely. All employees who are continuing to physically report to work are required to wear masks while moving throughout all city buildings. In order to accommodate the paying of utility bills, the front desk at City Hall will be open from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. However, we encourage residents to pay online at www.cityofcortez.com or drop their payments in the drop box on the west side of City Hall. If a citizen wishes to meet with a member of the staff at City Hall, it is required that they call ahead and set an appointment. There will be no drop-in appointments allowed. All staff numbers can be found at this www.cityofcortez.com. All Cortez City Council meetings will be held via Zoom until further notice. Citizens are encouraged to go to the City of Cortez website to either register with Zoom and participate or watch via the live streaming option. Cortez City Council encourages all citizens to participate in their local government, even in these challenging times. The library is still operating with curbside service only. Citizens are encouraged to call the library at 970-565-8117 for details. The library is open for curbside from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. The Cortez Recreation Center is operating, has averaged 107 patrons a day. The rec center is allowing 25 people per room. However, there has never been more than 7 in a room. The following programs are currently being offered. Fitness classes with masks can have 9 patrons and 1 instructor. Pickleball with up to 6 players, masks and reservations are required. Swimming in lanes is permitted, lap swim only, 1 per lane, reservations required. However, residents can drop in if there is an available lane. Residents can play basketball with 2 patrons at a hoop at one time. Masks are required, no shared basketballs. Locker rooms are closed except for family changing rooms, and temperatures are taken of all patrons at the front door upon arrival. If we should go to level red, the rec center would anticipate attendance patrons numbers to decline, and then we would only be allowing 10 people per room, reservations required. At level red, masks will be required at all times in the building, with the exception of the lap lane while swimming. There will be no change to fitness classes. There will be no pickleball or basketball allowed. Swimming would be permitted with only 1 person per lane, with only 1 patron allowed to wait, reservations required. Locker rooms and temperatures would remain the same as the current level orange. Cortez parks and playgrounds, disc golf, and walking trails are open. We encourage all patrons of our parks to be socially distanced from those who are not in your party. Conquistador Golf Course is closing on November 29th, 2020 for the season. This is, however, not due to the COVID impact. This is a regular season closing. Cortez Municipal Courts is currently shut down. If a resident has a question for the courts, please call 970-565-7952. The Cortez Welcome Center currently remains open Wednesday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a possible reduction in hours starting November 30. The city is currently working to fulfill the City of Cortez Coronavirus Cares Relief Program for local businesses. The Cortez Police Department is working hard to keep our citizens safe and keep themselves healthy as well. All essential functions will continue to operate, including administration, public safety, which includes police and 911 dispatching, water, streets, airport, trash, and city hall. We are grateful to the hardworking men and women of all departments that keep the city operating. Citizens can stay tuned for updates on the City of Cortez website and on the city Facebook page. We continue to encourage all residents to social distance and to wear masks. And this message will be repeated tomorrow through the county website. Any questions or comments on that? And I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, and thank you so much for all you do. We really appreciate council and all staff, everyone in the city. Thank you.
Thank you, council. Have
Thank you.
a great Thanksgiving and
Yeah,
be
thank you.
safe.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. I call this
Bye,
meeting
everybody.
adjourned. Okay. Goodbye, all.
All right.
Thanks. Adios.
Adios.